What's going on, everybody? It is Sparks Comics here. It's time to talk about this week's top indie comic picks for a new comic book day. We got a great top 10, lots of number ones coming out this week, and got a trade paperback recommendation in there for you as well. Let's kick it off, the trade paperback recommendation, and that is Mizo Volume 2 from A Wave Blue World, written by Tyler Chin Tanner, art by Gab Contreras, Varga Tomi, Val Rodriguez. And I have not read the single issues for Volume 2. I have them, but I really enjoyed Volume 1. I read through the trade of it. It is fantastic. Highly recommend checking out this series from A Wave Blue World. And this is what Volume 2 is about. The day of the solar eclipse approaches as the Empire pushes its way across the land of Mizo, determined to conquer all other tribes in the name of their god. With her father dead and her people driven from their home, Kaima reunites with her estranged mother, Mizira, and forms an alliance with the mighty Huaxkin warriors. But will the combined strengths of both tribes be enough to hold back the fervent Zalakul? I am probably butchering a lot of these names. They'll find out as they make their final stand at Coben Rock. Heading in to the top 10 picks this week, we've got from Sumerian Comics, Popstar Assassin Volume 2, issue number 3 from Ed Laval and Marcelo Basile. Calvary arrives in a beat-up RV to save the day. Flamethrowers and gasoline are a dangerous mix. TD and Norma get the hell out of Dodge, and then things get really weird. It's sex, drugs, rock, and robot 70s style as the face-melting, cigarette-smoking, fire-filled smash hit continues. Number 9 this week, Shock Shop, number 3 of 4, written by Colin Bunn with art by Danny Luckert and Layla Lays. It is a flip style book here where one story reads one way in the comic, you flip it over and read the other story. Colin Bunn, Danny Luckert, and Layla Lays present a brand new horror anthology flip book taking place in a haunted comic book shop with a twisted retailer filled with tales of terror sure to leave you with the lights on. Welcome to the Shock Shop. The horror continues in these two terrifying tales about woodland campers, prey to monsters, and a family plagued by powerful beings lurking in the shadows of their house. Things have gotten really intense in both stories, and we're at issue 3 of 4 here, so I can't wait to see how this starts heading. It's probably going to get crazier in this issue, honestly. That was number 9. Number 8 this week, Dark Ride, issue number 2, from Joshua Williamson, Andrea Bresson, and Adriano Lucas. After the unbelievable final page of the last issue, you aren't prepared to learn more about the scariest place on Earth. Sam Dante and his sister Halloween will do anything to bring Danny D. Evil and Devilland to audiences around the world, but is there any line they won't cross to ensure their family's legacy? Really good twist at the end of issue number 1 of Dark Ride. Fantastic storytelling from Josh Williamson, and definitely really enjoying the artwork in this from Bresson and Lucas. Number 7 this week's going over to Scout Comics for Asa the Barbed, number 3 of 5, from Pat Shand and Rio Burton. A darkness has been unleashed upon the place that banished Asa, and it wears her face. It is now up to Asa to return to her homeland and face the evil that she unleashed. Will she be able to make her stand before her sister Ali succumbs to this horrific power? Pat also has some stuff going on Kickstarter right now with another entry into the Destiny New York world, so go check that out. We'll have Pat on the channel with Bob France and Kevin Cuff to talk about that book and Bob and Kevin's other Kickstarter coming up this Thursday evening, so please be there for that. Number 6 on the list is Ninja Kaiden, number 4 from Black Box Comics. This one coming from writer Eric Palicki and artist Lucas Meyer. Finally, with all obstacles cleared, Yuki Snow confronts her father's ghost. With one set of Kaiden armor between father and son, only one living or dead will walk away. This is like taking A little bit of like Iron Man armor mixed with ghosts, like the science and supernatural mixed together has been really cool. The weaponry to fight off the ghost is pretty intense. Absolutely love what they're doing here, building this character up, building this property up within the Black Box Comics world. Number 5 this week's going to a book from Scout Comics called Kill Cella from Mario Candelari and Serg Acuna. A group of friends drive up from Los Angeles to attend an ultra-trendy music festival in the Coachella Valley desert. They soon face a bloody night of terror when a reclusive pop star making her big return after 5 years recruits her most fanatical devotees to assist in a massive human sacrifice ritual. Sounds pretty metal there. Really cool concept coming from Scout Comics here. Mario Candelari and Serg Acuna, the creative team on this one. Speaking of Scout Comics, my number 4 pick this week is Mr. Easta from Kit Wallace. You may know Kit's art from Good Boy and Little Red Ronin. And this is Kit writing and doing the art for this one. The gloriously demented mind of Kit Wallace brings the galactic adventures of the third best assassin in the universe to Scout Comics. Incredible, kinetically charged artwork blasts the blood, mayhem, and quirky humor directly through your brain like a high-caliber bullet. In this issue, it's Elvis night at an interstellar backwater bar, but with all due respect to the king, that doesn't stop Mr. Easta. With the help of Frank, his teleportation parasite, who can also transform into any handheld weapon imaginable, it's business as usual. Coming into our top 3 here, we've already had 2 number 1s on the list. The rest of these are also number 1s. First of those, number 3 pick this week, Ninja Funk number 1 from Whatnot Publishing. This is their second book to release. And this one from JPG and Steve Shoot with art by Alex Regal and David Mack doing the cover A's for this series. This is a killer cover from David Mack. Known for his work on Daredevil, Jessica Jones, co-creating Echo, does a beautiful watercolor variant for the premiere of Ninja Funk. Described as Guardians of the Galaxy meets Borderlands as a motley crew of electronic musicians fight to restore their dying planet. Frequency-bending warrior DJs, cyborg house cats, the broken rhythm of the universe. This is a comic like you've never seen before. A fun, high-stakes adventure weaved together with face-melting beats. Ninja Funk follows a ragtag band of misfits as they attempt to save a universe that's off-key. There are some previews pages for this. I also read the previews in the Whatnot, like sampler 4-page little preview of this book. Artwork is like you're on kind of on a trip here a little bit in parts of it, but it looks like it's going to be an interesting story for them to tell. Number 2 this week's going to Boom for David Boer and Chris Sheehan's Specs number 1. In this mysterious new series from writer David M. Boer and artist Chris Sheehan, what happens when a couple of misfit teens mail order a pair of X-ray glasses and realize they've received much more than they bargained for? But all Kenny and Ted want is to not feel like outcasts in their small Ohio town. Their world is turned upside down when the magic specs they receive unlock a world of possibilities. Their wishes start out innocent enough, but when they wish that their bully would disappear, things take a cursed turn with far darker consequences than they thought possible. Sounds like this is going to be a really cool horror story. Chris Sheehan's artwork is always incredible, so I can't wait to see how that looks in this book. And David Boer bringing us things like Kanto, all new Firefly worked on with Boom, and then some Dark Horse books. Lots of cool stuff that David's done so far, and this one I'm very excited to check out. And The number 1 pick this week, going to a book from Ablaze. This one is Traveling to Mars, issue number 1, from Mark Russell and Roberto Melli. 2-time Eisner and Harvey Award nominee Mark Russell, and now Ringo Award-winning Mark Russell. And hot new talent Robert Melli comes a compelling new sci-fi series. Traveling to Mars tells the story of former pet store manager Roy Livingston, the first human to ever set foot on Mars. Roy was chosen for this unlikely mission for one simple reason. He is terminally ill and therefore has no expectation of returning. Roy is joined on his mission to Mars by Leopold and Albert, 2 Mars rovers equipped with artificial intelligence who look upon the dying pet store manager as a sort of god. Against the backdrop of not only his waning days, but those of human civilization as well, Roy has ample time to think about where things went wrong for both of them and what it means to be a dying god. A riveting story of planetary exploration and of finding meaning in your final days. Mark Russell has great humor in everything that he writes, so I can't wait to see how that comes out in this situation. I really think this is going to be a hit that people may not be paying attention to. Ablaze isn't quite as well known as some of the other publishers, but Traveling to Mars looks amazing, and Mark Russell is an incredible writer, so please check this one out. Let your shop know that you want it. It may still be orderable before Wednesday. It may not. It may have already, because we've passed cutoffs, may not be able to get it, but find out if you can get this one or pre-order it somewhere online, because I think this is one to not miss this week. Same with Specs, Ninja Funk. Those are going to be ones you don't want to miss. Mr. Easta, if you're looking for something really wild and fun out there, definitely pick these up and check out some of the ones that have been ongoing. I really think all of them that I've talked about this week are worth that pickup. There's a lot of books also coming from Image this week that I didn't even get to talk about, but I think Dead Lucky has its next issue this week. I'm really enjoying that series, but maybe that was on FOC. I'm mixing up my lists, but that's okay. Great series. Check that out also. And if, let me know down in the comments what you're picking up this week, what you're looking forward to from indie comics, from Marvel, DC Comics as well. I'd love to hear that in the comments. And as always, collect what you love. See you next time.